So the past few days being here in not isolation, but self-quarantining at home and being in lockdown, I'm feeling more anxious and depressed than anything else. Hi everyone. Wanted to give an update on what it's been like now since we've been in lockdown here in our state, in Illinois, because of this COVID-19 outbreak. And as you know, those of you that have cancer or are in treatment know that you are at high risk for getting this disease because of treatments or just having the cancer. And so that puts us in a new category also, that we're part of the high risk group of catching this. So we have to be even more careful than maybe even just the average person. Although the disease, the virus, seems to be hitting a lot of people in a lot of different ways, whether they're healthy or not. So it's not a good thing. But I wanted to talk about how lately I've been very anxious, a lot of anxiety, and a lot of depression that's going on. And I think it's okay. I mean, it's normal. I think under the circumstances, anybody, whether you have cancer or not, could feel anxiety or depression based on, what's going on. A lot of people are suffering in different ways. A lot of people have lost their jobs and don't have work, and not to mention absolute mess that our federal government has got us into. I'm going to try not to get into that, but in any case, feeling a little anxious or depressed, I think is a pretty normal response considering what we're all going through. For me, the anxiety stems a lot from the fact that I feel like my health care is declined because of this. There are no in-person doctor visits anymore. As you know, I'm on a clinical trial. I was a bit worried because I've heard that several clinical trials have been canceled, and that is the case. Luckily, mine has not, but the way it's being administered obviously has to change. For example, I had an appointment this Friday to go downtown, get blood tests, get the pills that I need, the treatment pills, yet that's been canceled. So they're going to mail the pills to me. I will get an order supposedly this week so that I can go into some blood testing place locally here and get my blood tested, because I still need the blood tests in order to go, forward to continue on with the trial, to make sure that there's nothing going on with the blood. I don't know what the difference is going into a local place or going downtown really makes. They're still I have to go somewhere for it. Just don't know where that's gonna be yet. So lots of anxiety, and it just seems like, especially for those of us with cancer or in treatment, that our health care is not as important as it used to be. I know that's not the case. I know that's not what our doctors really feel, but it is how at least I feel, and probably others feel, that we're taking a back seat now to this COVID-19 whatever. And then the depression comes along with everything we have to do in order to stay safe, to not get this disease. Because, if we do get it, again, we're high risk for infection. My particular disease, I'm metastatic, that I have the cancer in many places. I have well over 100 tumors in my lungs already. So if you threw COVID-19 along with any breathing issues that come along with that, a along with over 100 tumors in my lungs, I don't think the outcome would be very good. And so, you know, you have to take extra precautions. And Tony has been very cautious about things, to the point where for me it's annoying, but I know it's, you know, he's trying to protect me. So for instance, I wanted to order lunch today and have it delivered, but he's worried about the person who delivers these things, that they might have the disease and could bring it in, you know, it could be on the bags or whatever. And I understand that, you know, that's a valid, one of these two things, either the cancer or COVID-19 is going to get me. And I'd rather have it be cancer right now, seeing as though I've been fighting this damn battle and possibly might be doing some good with this trial. So we'll, you know, I'm not ready to give up yet. But then there's the fear that if I do need help, like what if I get into one of those situations where, you know, I'm having major awful pain from something that I need to go to the ER for. And I'm nervous that the hospitals are overloaded. And we know that the federal government has totally screwed up the response to hospitals and making sure that we have protective gear. It was weeks ago that our president said that there's plenty and they'll be shipped out and whatever. And we know that's not the case. And it's all been lies. And our health professionals are not getting the equipment that they need. So, you know, if I go into the hospital, am I dealing with somebody that's been wearing the same N95 mask for 2 days or wearing the same gown for, you know, a shift or two? And that's wrong. It is so wrong, and it was preventable. So that's the other area of my depression and anger, is I am really pissed at our federal government and Trump and his administration. If you don't want a political rant, then maybe you should shut this video off now. But there is no reason why we are in the position we are in now. There's no reason that even today he's talking about allowing people to die in order to save the economy, because he wants to lift the ban, the distance ban, that he wants people to go back to work and build the economy back. Well, if people are dead, no one's going to buy anything anyway. And I am so angry at this president. And quite frankly, I'm angry at anyone who still supports him. If you still support this president, there is something wrong with you. He lies on television every day. He's lying about the response, and there's no reason to support this guy. So if I've just offended you, I apologize, but maybe, you know, we weren't meant to be friends if that's the case. Because if you do support this president, you're not supporting people like me. You are not supporting the healthcare professionals. You are not supporting the United States in any way, shape, or form. And that's something that I've been wanting to say for a long time. I've held my mouth shut for a while. And at this point, I guess I don't have anything to lose. There's a good chance that based on his decisions, people are going to get sicker, including me. And it's not fair. He's playing with my life. And so if there's anything I would like to remind him of, it's that we are not his employees. He works for us. And he needs to heed what we want as Americans. And what we want is for him to be truthful, and we want him to take responsibility for his past actions and to do something about it and to get the needed equipment to the frontline workers, all the hospital workers, the doctors, the nurses, everyone that needs the items that he could have had. He could have had these things in place. Respirators, masks, gowns, all this stuff could have been in place. And yet he chose to deny it. He's choosing to ignore his health professionals. Certainly noticed today that, and yesterday, that Dr. Fauci is no longer in the news conferences with him. And that's the only person people want to really hear, because he's the only one who's been saying anything that makes any sense. So, again, I'll get off my soapbox now. But my anger is real, and my anger is with a lot of people. So, for my health, for the health of all of us that are battling cancer, for those of us that are battling LMS, gosh, I hope things turn around here soon. If you are feeling anxious and depressed, it's okay. It's normal. We will get past this. Let's just hope that the damage isn't so great that's been done that we can't undo it at this point. Know that I'm thinking of you all. I hope you all are doing really, really well. I hope those of you that have been on clinical trials, that your trials are not going to get canceled. I hope that you're able to at least talk to your doctors on the phone and get good advice. And I hope our frontline folks, our nurses, our doctors, are able to stay the course and do what they can with what they have now, and hopefully will get the needed equipment that they need in order to do their jobs on a daily basis. These are the people that need our help now, and I honestly hope that that is the case. So with that, I'll sign off. Thank you for listening. Apologize for my rant, and I wish you all the best and a good day. Thank you for watching.